You speak, I listen. Is that how the saying goes? Because when I did my last perfume releases video, I asked you if you wanted a part 2, part 3, part 4, whatever, and you said yes. So that is what we are going to do. So many perfumes are being released already, and I cannot wait to try them. So let's get into the perfumes. The first one is Valentino's Born in Roma Extra Dose. You know how I feel about these designer flankers, right? But for me, this line of perfumes is one of those that I am more excited about, just because I love the original, which is rare, but the flankers are quite different from each other. So the Coral Fantasy I like a lot is a lot different from the original, and so on. So this one has the main accords of vanilla, fruity, and rum, and it just has 3 notes: blackcurrant, rum, and vanilla. I think all of the other ones have a lot of jasmine in there. Is that correct? Let's see. Yes, a lot of jasmine. Jasmine tea, jasmine, and so on. And this one has none of those. And the opinions seem to be very hit or miss. So a lot of people say it's extremely strong, gives them a headache, smells like the original. Then others say it's a soft coconut, and some others say it's very blackcurrant forward. So I'm just very curious to see what I think about this one, because the Coral Fantasy is not a very popular one, and I do wear this flanker a lot. So I'm very curious to see how it smells like. I don't really think it's going to be a spring and summer scent, but if you live in a colder climate, it's, I think, going to be a good one. Just like the next one, which is another designer flanker, Lancôme La Nuit Trésor Vanille Noire. I tested a lot of those perfumes in the past. I never got a connection to the original or any of the flankers, actually. I don't really know what the base is, what all of them have in common, but this one has main accords of vanilla, rose, honey, and oud, which sounds quite niche to me. And it has the notes of vanilla, rose, honey, and oud. Doesn't really sound like a designer perfume, in my opinion, but let's see what people say. The newest comment is, Lancôme fooled us with this one. Oud wear, honey wear. This is a true flanker. It's the original with toned down sweetness and amped up vanilla. Do I like it? Yes. The vanilla did it for me. Would I repurchase? No. Well, another user says, in short terms, to me it smells like diluted rose petals dipped in honey on an oud board. Doesn't sound too bad in my opinion, but it seems to be a very watery rose perfume with vanilla sweetness in there. So could be something nice to me in my books, but let's see. I will definitely try it. The next one I'm a little bit bored by, but also intrigued at the same time. This is from New Notes. I like the brand actually, and this one is Latte Pistachio. It has main accords of aromatic, soft, spicy, and herbal. So to me, it sounds more like the Diaz and Durga pistachio perfume, which all of us thought is going to be the best pistachio scent, but then it was very earthy and not what we thought it would be like. This one has top notes of pistachio, orange, and lemon, middle notes coriander, milk, and cardamom, and base notes sandalwood, musk, and amber. And to me, this one sounds more like a chai latte with something nutty in there. I guess it's going to be like a spiced, milky scent. Maybe similar to Madeleine by Musk Milan or something, like tonic, but spicy with something nutty in there. So people say that it smells basically like a lot of pistachio perfumes smell to me. It has this pistachio down and something nutty, and then it quickly fades away. And you're being left with something very unoriginal. So Kate, the user Kate, says, It was promising. I smelled the real pistachio, and then the real pistachio faded away, and I was being left with a more generic smelling fragrance, which is a big letdown for me. And I always tell you, nothing wrong with something smelling like a lot of other perfumes or more designer or simple, but you do have to consider the price point, and this one is a more expensive niche perfume. Others say they did not like the top, but then it dried down to some creamy pistachio perfume or like a realistic nutty gourmand. Ooh, someone says it's more photorealistic and natural smelling than scents like the Teodoro Scalottinis one, which I just sampled and I liked a lot in the beginning, but as I wore it, like really wore it on my hair and my skin, it was just really overwhelming and dusty to me. So I don't know about this one. I'm really interested to smell it. Then we have a lot of cherry releases. The cherry craze is not over. I picked this one, which is from Ariana Grande, R.E.M. Cherry Eclipse, another flanker. And this one has main accords of cherry, white floral, and powdery, which does not sound like something I'm going to enjoy. Top notes are black cherry, honeysuckle, middle notes are marshmallow and jasmine, and base notes are amber and musk. And I am a little bit over cherry perfumes. It's a lot of times a very similar combination of notes, and I'm just a little bit bored by it. A lot of times it smells very synthetic or almost like cough syrup, and it's just too much for me. I have a lot of cherry perfumes from when I was very into them, but I don't really wear them. I don't know. We have the clean cherry one, we have another one, I forgot, and now this one. So I am a fan of Ariana Grande perfumes. Generally, they are almost all of them, or all of them, sweet, very sweet perfumes, but going into different directions, which I do like and enjoy. So I will definitely try it out. It seems like a more sophisticated cherry perfume maybe, because honeysuckle and jasmine to me are more elegant florals, but let's see. I'm getting into the perfume house ex nihilo, and what I smelled until now I did like a lot. So they are releasing a perfume called Spiky Muse, and this one has main accords of rose, woody, and sweet. And the top notes are bergamot, strawberry, and pink pepper. Middle notes are rose and pistachio again, and base notes akigala wood, amber fig, cedar wood, tonka bean. Ex Nihilo seems to be a brand that plays a lot with those molecule-like notes, are very synthetic and more longer wearing because of it. And I'm curious to see how this is going to smell, because I tested out the Lust in Paradise, which is also a fruity, fresh floral scent based around rose. And this one seems to be quite like that one, but with pistachio and a little bit more of this woody molecule aspect to it. So doesn't sound bad to me. I just went to the Le Labo counter and I did not see this new release. So I don't know if it's out yet, but this is Eucalyptus 20. And the main accords are woody, amber, and fresh spicy. And we have notes of olibanum, Gurjan balsam. I feel like I see this note a lot right now. Cedarwood, labdanum, eucalyptus, hyssop, red thyme, and musk. Sounds very interesting to me, and I don't really see those notes a lot. It seems very green and aromatic and earthy, natural, foresty, in my opinion. To me, those Le Labo scents lean quite masculine. I haven't smelled any perfume where I thought it was very feminine or quite feminine. It was either unisex or more masculine leaning to me. And as I said, I just went to the counter and I did not smell any perfume where I felt it was very feminine. So I think this one is going to be quite masculine, and it does sound a little bit like those Aesop perfumes, which my husband enjoys. And people say it smells like Hevil by Aesop, which I think is their bestseller. My husband has this perfume. Smells good in him. It's very woody, aromatic green, but it's nothing I would wear myself. But it smells like a luxurious spa. So I'm curious to see how the Labo one smells like, because Aesop has beautiful perfumes, but the longevity a lot of times is not the best. And the other way around, Le Labo, I don't really enjoy all of the perfumes, but the longevity usually is top notch. Then I saw that Mugler is launching a new angel flanker as well. So they just released the new alien flanker, which I just saw a video from someone talking about that alien perfume being more like the original that a lot of people used to love, more intense than all of the newest reformulations. This Angel Stellar one has main accords of woody, patchouli, and warm spicy. And it's so crazy to me because pistachio does not seem to go away as well. Cherry, pistachio keep on popping up. This one has just 3 notes listed: bergamot in the top, pistachio in the middle, and base notes of patchouli. Isn't that a little bit similar to the Diaz and Durga one as well? I think that one was a very pistachio, patchouli forward perfume that was quite earthy, nutty, not very creamy at all. And I feel like this is going to be that as well. And you know what? I actually enjoy Angel. One of my coworkers years ago, decades ago actually, she used to wear Angel as a signature scent. And I did love that perfume on her. Isn't it the first Gourmand perfume? It smelled so good, like a sweet skin scent, so inviting, I always felt like. So I am a fan of the original, never had it in my collection. It was just a little bit too much and also reminded me of her. But I thought, oh my God, a flanker, maybe this is going to be it. And I actually do enjoy the Angel Nova, which does not really smell like the original. But this one seems very crazy to me. Pistachio and patchouli and just the bergamot to save the day. I don't know. I don't know about that one. But people say it smells so good. It's amazing, closest to the original Angel. Very different from the other flankers. The pistachio is very dominant, giving it a gourmand profile. This is delicious, sweet pistachio with a hint of chocolate. Patchouli is not that strong, which gave me a lot of hope. And patchouli can actually smell very chocolate-y. So, I don't know. I will test it for sure, but I'm very hesitant. Then we have another flanker, but from a niche perfume house. This is Valaya exclusive by Parfums de Mali. And this one has main accords of citrus, white floral, and powdery. And I saw a review of this one already, and I think they said it smelled better than the original, a little bit more smooth. It has top notes of mandarin, almond, bergamot, middle notes of orange blossom, white florals, and powdery notes, and base notes of akigala wood, vanilla, ambroxan, and sandalwood. If you look at the general DNA, it's definitely my type of perfume because it is fruity, fresh, clean with something woody and molecule-like in the dry down. But it has to be done in the right way. It has to be done very smooth and, I don't know, like elegantly made, well made. And Valaya, to me, a lot of times tends to lean a bit sharp because of those white florals and the molecule notes. Those in combination were a little bit too sharp a lot of times. I have to be very careful with this perfume not to overspray, and I have to be in the right mood. But if I want to have a clean perfume with a power, staying power, then that one is it. So I cannot imagine something smelling even more beastly and strong, but the addition of the almond sounds quite good, especially in combination with sandalwood. Could give it something a little bit more smooth and creamy, and maybe this is going to be even better than the original for me, so I definitely have to try it out. Speaking of creaminess, we have Clementine Dream by the 7 Virtues. And this one sounded so good. It has the main accords of citrus, vanilla, and sweet, with notes of clementine and blackcurrant in the top, middle notes of magnolia, and base notes of vanilla. Basically, all of my favorite notes in one perfume. Someone said that they thought it was going to smell like a creamsicle. And you know, I'm always on the hunt for a creamsicle scent. Citrusy notes and vanilla just sounds like heaven. And then magnolia, one of my favorite florals in the mix. I think it's going to be a hit for me. But I saw a review and she said that it smelled a lot like Signature by Montblanc, which I actually love. And that one smells a lot like my beloved Good Girl Blush by Carolina Herrera. And all of those perfumes are creamy floral perfumes, but that one, the Clementine Dream, has the clementine, so I feel like it's going to be a hit, but I don't know, let's see, because the lychee perfume they released was a miss for me, a big miss for me, so I'm curious to try it. I definitely have to get my hands on a travel size. Are you ready for a new flanker? Designer flanker, that is. Yves Saint Laurent Libre L'eau. No, not just L'eau, it's L'eau Nuit. And this one has top notes of mandarin and lemon, the middle note of orange blossom, and the base note of lavender. So just a couple of notes. I'm very on the fence about the Libre line in general. The original is just a little bit too much for me. A little bit like Valaya, whereas it's too sharp for me. There is something smoothing missing, and that is why I never fell in love with Libre. Not the intense one, but the Le Parfum one is my favorite. That's a very vanilla heavy version of Libre, and that one I did wear a lot. It's a very powerful boss woman like perfume. It's the perfect office scent if you want people to smell you, see you, hear what you have to say kind of perfume. I like that one a lot, but the other flankers, no, just very boring. All of the flankers smell quite alike, and this one seems like a little bit more fresh and maybe airy, because all of the perfumes are extremely dense to me, very thick and almost drowning. And this could be something like Chanel No. 5 L'Eau, which is a perfume I appreciate more than the original if you look at something wearable for 2025. I'm interested to smell it, but it's not the most interesting perfume flanker for me. But what sounds very interesting to me is the new Gucci perfume from their Privé line, and it's called Vanilla Firenze. I never saw any of those Privé perfumes by Gucci, and I just smelled 2. I think one is called something with roses, and then, oh my god, what's the other one? Myth? Or one is like a blue bottle and one is a more creamy salmon color. The latter one is like a ylang ylang tropical perfume, and the other one is more like a clean perfume. And I like both of those. I was really shocked by how good they were. So when I saw this perfume, I was like, it sounds really good. It has main accords of vanilla, amber, and sweet, and just 3 notes. In the top, iris, in the middle, myrrh, and in the base, vanilla. I love all of those notes. I love iris. It's a very buttery, elegant, a little bit powdery, a floral. Then you have myrrh, which is one of my favorites. So mystical and warm and just cozy. And of course vanilla, one of my favorite notes. So I definitely have to try this perfume. It sounds so good. And the DNA of the Gucci Privé line, I like a lot. They're very elegantly made, well thought out, and they don't release a new perfume every couple of weeks, like a lot of other brands. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. So these were some of the new perfume releases. Again, as I said in the previous video, let me know if you want a part 3, because it's not over yet. We have 23 pages of new releases, and a lot of them sound really good. So let me know if you want a part 3, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!